Welcome to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Let's Talk Cars Radio is sponsored in part by Napa Car Care Centers, BDG Auto Group, by Bob and Cindy Scottman Transmissions, and Advanced Technology Institute. Be a part of the program today by calling 757-222-3705. That's 757-222-3705. You may text your comments and questions during the show to 757-866-2192. Email your questions and comments to Dave at letstalkcarsradio.com. Now, here is the host of Let's Talk Cars Radio, Dave Palach.
Happy Saturday, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. I'm your host, Dave Palach, hanging out with Rock and Larry Cobb. And, of course, Cameron's hanging out with us. So it's another great Saturday, guys. The sun is out. I saw some muscle cars out there driving around on my way in. So what do y'all got going on? How was your guys' week?
Just, another week in the summer.
It is summer. Summer's going by quick.
Yes, it is.
It is screaming.
Sadly.
It is screaming by.
I have to go out and start my Christmas shopping soon.
Oh, don't say that. See, you know what? I always say there's always that one person that always says it, and then it just starts coming very quickly. So you're going to be that guy who has said it, because no one said it yet. I managed to get by, and I always stop everybody before they say it. I'm like,
well, hey, the shopping channels on cable are already doing Christmas in July.
No. I know that there's the Christmas. I know all about that, but I try to stay away from it all.
And the Hallmark Channel showing all Christmas movies now.
Yeah, well, that's because Christmas is July, is what it is. So I have one of my rants. I haven't had one in a while. I've been good. I haven't had a rant.
That's true.
So I have a rant. So I'm going to address it and put it out there. Oh, here we go. You guys ready? Yeah, Cameron kicked. So Cameron's got the Texas rolling, just in case y'all want to start rolling and you guys want to start posting online. So he's got it rolling up because he was trying to get it, but he didn't have his volume down. I heard it kick in.
Forgot my volume was up.
So here is my rant. And I don't know her name, so I'm just going to call Woman in the White Car. Let's see. That's
good description.
Woman in the white car. It was a Nissan Maxima, who decided that she was impatient in traffic this week and could not wait to get around the dump trucks. And then when she finally decided to get to the light with me side by side, and you were driving on Kempsville Road, and she thought she was going to snake us. So we were all in traffic, and we were in the turning lane we'd be in the left lane, and there was an outside right lane. So if you make that turn going on to Centerville, where you did have the double lane, if anybody's been on this road, you guys know what I'm talking about. The outside lane ends when you make that turn, which means you have to try to all merge into traffic. Well, really, as you come around that, you're either going to go to the gas station or you're going to go to that first shopping center right there. If you don't go to that gas station or that shopping center, it leaves you with your dead ending. So you have to try to make your way into traffic. Most of us who travel that road regularly are pretty nice and will let you merge into traffic. But if you decide that you are going to snake us and try to cut us all off, which was your intention, but you didn't realize the traffic was so heavy, there's no place for me to go when you're dead even right alongside my truck. I can't slam on my brakes with all the vehicles behind me and try to let you in when you're dead even with the side of my vehicle. So when you finally decide to cut other people off and get behind me, and now you pick up your cell phone when I'm driving, trying to take a picture of my license plate, which, yes, I watched you do, and then you decide to slide along the side of my vehicle and try to take a picture of me, congratulations, I smiled to you. So you had a good picture when you took a picture of me while you were using your cell phone while driving. Now, if you were an adult while you were driving, you weren't trying to weave in and out of traffic to get around everybody, and you weren't driving like a jackleg while you were driving, you probably would have got a better response from people while you were driving. So I hope you got a good picture. Thumbs up to you, because that's the new thing. Instead of giving you the other finger, thumbs up to you. So
that's justifiable rant.
Justifiable rant. That was my
clap.
justifiable rant. So yeah, I was extremely irritated as I was watching this person drive. So yeah.
And she took a picture of you.
Oh, she took a picture of my license plate first. I know what my license plate is, so I mean.
And what are you supposed to do with that?
I don't know. But I wanted to address it because I know how social media works, and I can use it to my power too. look, it's driving. There's no place to go. You're alongside of my vehicle. As you try to merge over, there's no place for me to go. I don't know where you want me to go. It's not like you're in front of me by a little bit or behind me a little bit. You're dead even with my vehicle. Where would you like me to go as you start merging into the side of my vehicle? Don't know where you thought I was going to go. I honked my horn several times to alert you that I was there as you continued. I can't slam on my brakes and make room for you. There's no place for you to go. You have to either come to a stop and let a lane open. That lane ends. Everybody knows that lane ends. I've driven that road 1,000 times. I know that if you're in the outside lane and you come around and think that you're going to snake everybody, and I call snaking it because it's a snake in the grass move. That's why I call snaking it, to try to come around everybody. But when traffic's heavy, there's no place to go. That's the reason why if you really wanted to go straight, you should have been on the inside lane because that's the only lane that continues traffic to go through.
That's why I wish I had a signboard in the back of my window.
I don't like when
I can't get you one of those because I know you're going to use it improperly. I just know that you're going to use it improperly.
I had the truck this week, and I was waiting for a parking spot. I let the girl back out, and of course, somebody else comes and swoops my spot.
See, I don't know what to do about that. That
I don't
happens
either.
to me a lot.
That's happened to me
They're
recently.
lucky it's not my truck. I'll drive right over top of them. The truck's tall enough to do it.
Yeah, that's over aggressive, and I've never been that person. I'm usually very kind when it comes to driving. We talked about this. I have a lot of patience when it comes to driving, but stupidity, people, is stupidity. It just is, and I have a hard time trying to figure out how to handle stupidity when people are stupid because I naturally want to be nice, but when just something's just over the top stupid, I don't know what I have a hard time.
As opposed to over the top rude.
Well, there's rude too, because there is. But I found that the thumbs up does work. I like that one. Or I give them the big okay symbol. I'm like, okay, you're a great driver. With the thumbs up, that seems to be really good too.
Yeah,
like
I can see why.
Because I still get my point across without having to do anything rude.
Yep.
I still get my point across. I do like that one. I know we talked, what was that? It's got to be months ago when we were talking about that. But I do like that one.
I'm going to buy a tow truck.
A tow truck.
Just going to hook it up and drag them out.
That's my rant. I'm done with it. I'm going to leave it alone. I do have something funny. No, I didn't even have this plan. This just absolutely came up in conversation. I was talking with my buddy Devin and Jamie. So they bought, if you remember, we talked about them. It's got to be a couple of years back now. So they were looking to buy a vehicle, and they suck out our advice on buying. They were going to buy a Murano. And you guys know I'm not a big Murano fan. I just never have been for many reasons. And they went and bought one, but they did follow our advice. See, there is something to following our advice on this show. I said, if you're going to buy it and you have to have it, please buy a good extended warranty. So they did. They bought the CNA warranty package through CarMax because they went to CarMax and bought it because I said, like, once again, I'm not endorsed by CarMax. I just believe in the way that they do their setup for that, the way they have everything with buying the car and the warranty setup. I think it's a great program. So they followed our instructions and they went and they bought the vehicle. They got the great warranty on it and they've been very pleased with it. And so now it's time. They've decided they're going to buy, I'm sorry, I got to laugh. They're going to buy a minivan. And I laugh because if you ever get a chance to meet Devin, he's not a minivan guy. Nothing about Devin says minivan ever. From his sense of humor to anything about him he's just not a minivan guy at all.
So is he buying it because of his family needs?
Yes, because of his family needs, they're going to buy. Jamie's not a minivan person either. I mean, if you meet this couple, they are not minivan people.
Would you think I am?
Yes, yes, you would be a minivan person. Every vehicle screams you. You would pick any vehicle that's outside the box. You would drive. I mean, but no, they are not minivan people at all. So as he's telling me the story, and the way he tells it in Devin fashion is, he's like, well, it keeps the children from throwing open the doors into vehicles and having them ripped off in traffic or anything else. Just completely changed the way I was going to start the show today because it just made me laugh the way he's telling me, because to picture him driving a minivan just would never be the picture. I mean, they would be 100% SUV people, and he plays golf and so does Jamie. They're golf people. So you would just picture them not minivan people at all, just not minivan people. But for their needs, I understand. It makes sense. So I'm going to give you guys the reprieve today and say, okay, that's fine. But here's the thing. So they understand that when we give advice, it's good advice. Why? We're a radio show based around cars. Exactly how he hit the nail on the head today. He's like, well, you guys have a radio show. It's based on cars, and where else would I want good advice, and I come to you to get good advice. So they are actually looking at Odysseys, which is you guys heard me talk about the Odysseys. They're a great van. I know every once in a while you'll come across a Consumer Report that weighs in the other direction. I like Consumer Reports, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I believe that it's a little biased on certain things here and there. I can tell you I've seen many Honda Odyssey vans with over 400,000 miles on them, still going down the road. I believe in them 100%. If I was to buy a van, it'd be a Honda Odyssey or a Toyota Sienna all day long, just because of the fact we rarely worked on them in the industry, and I've seen them tons and tons of times with a cajillion miles on them.
Sienna's what my daughter has.
Is it? Mm-hmm. And she loves it, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it just goes and goes and goes.
So, to my dear, dear friends who are now going to be minivan owners, here's the only thing I ask. Just 100%, just come pick me up once you own it. Take me for a ride in it so I can joke you in person as you drive me around in it. That's all. That's all I ask. Because I just got to see you in person driving it. I understand the need for it. I'm sorry. I completely understand the need for it. But I just can't see you guys driving a minivan.
Tell them to send you a picture.
Right. I can.
You could put it on the website.
Devin is more like, he strikes me more of like a Beamer guy, like just driving a Beamer. And they're from the West Coast like I am. So, Beamer guy, going down PCH. I mean, that's what Devin reminds you. When you see Devin, that's just what he screams, man. It just, good luck with your minivan, buddy. That's all I got to say.
Well, he can buy the minivan that has the Demon Hellcat engine in it.
He's not allowed to own a Dodge. He can't own a Dodge. He can't own one. We'd have to stop being friends if he owned a Dodge.
Oh, so that comes from you, does it?
He can't own a Dodge minivan.
I understand.
I already have one friend that's hooked on Dodges, and I had to already give him my one get out of jail free card.
Well, it's not a Dodge anymore.
Yeah, now it's Honda.
Yeah.
Not yet, but maybe. It could be. So, anyway, yeah, minivans. Who knew?
I better watch what I buy when I go to buy something up.
I don't have any more get out of jail free cards. I've already passed them all out. I've already given them to everybody. You guys know, if you're my friends and you drive something other than what I like, I still like you. You're just my manufacturer challenged friends. That's just what it is. I mean, you can get Dodge on your hands. I got sanitation wipes. I mean, we can help you out. It's okay.
Oh, I owned a Dodge once back in.
Well, it only took you one time to learn, did it?
It was used. I didn't pay much for it. I didn't keep it very long.
You're not helping the Dodge people here at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I owned one once. I didn't keep it very long.
It was because it was so ugly. Oh. I didn't have any trouble with it. It was just an ugly car.
Dodge people, I apologize.
Devin said he will pick you up anytime you want, but he will not bring the minivan. He'll bring the truck.
Okay, see? Because he went and he got himself a Chevy truck. See? There you go. He does. He has a Chevy Silverado.
Just like yours.
He learned.
No, he's got, it's not, yeah, I mean, it's a Silverado like mine. It's a different year, but man, he's got a Chevy Silverado. I was so proud of him that day. I probably, if he would have asked me to wash and wax for him, I probably would have. I was so proud of him.
He bought it on your advice?
No. He came across a good deal on it, and he got it, and I was very, man, I was going to sign his man card right then and there. I'd have initialed it and everything for him. It was. So, anyway, you know what? Man, we went all the way through it.
He said that he wants a Tesla.
I'm on board. We can go for a ride in that one, too. They can do the driving, and we can play cards.
that new Tesla with the gull-wing doors. Yeah, that's 3,000, isn't it? Is that a Model X?
It's the Tesla Model X with the wing doors.
Oh, I like those doors.
I'm telling you. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, these tank vehicles, they won't go away. They refuse to go away. We're going to talk about it when we come back. I'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
Take vitamins, exercise, ease up on the coffee. Sound familiar from your last visit to the doctor? Well, your Napa Auto Care Center knows preventive maintenance too. By grouping together services your vehicle needs, customized for the way you drive, they can save you time, money, and hassles. Prevent troubles down the road and give you confidence when you travel. Ask your Napa Auto Care Center to build a preventive maintenance plan for your vehicle today.
Hey guys, check everything your Napa Auto Care Center has to offer at NapaBDGHRVA.com. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Their commitment to excellence will leave you coming back for more. So check them out at NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon.
Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow and Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949. Residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow and Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated.
Hey guys, Dave Pillage from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cottman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cottman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Are you ready for a change? Is this the year you go from just a job to a career? Well, ATI can help. Advanced Technology Institute offers degrees and diplomas in the in-demand fields with hands-on training of automotive technology, heavy vehicle technology, HVAC, commercial refrigeration, maritime welding, and commercial driving. ATI provides accelerated schedules to help students get into their career field fast. So why wait? Day and night classes are available. Job placement assistance from orientation to graduation. Go to auto.edu right now to find out more, or call 757-490-1241. That's 490-1241. What are you waiting for? ATI. Not just helping build the minds of tomorrow, but building your community every day. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia. Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Pillage.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. You're hanging out with me, Larry. Cameron's doing all of our technical work. What more can you ask for, right?
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I said. So before we went to commercial break, I was telling you about these tank vehicles. If you remember, I was talking a couple months back. Well, we've been talking about probably about a year now.
It's been a while.
So tank vehicles. They are vehicles that they start to produce, and they're everyday drive vehicles that for some reason people believe we need. What is a tank vehicle, you ask? Well, it's very simple. It's bulletproof. The windows are bulletproof. It can take missiles to the doors. You can shoot the tires out, they'll reinflate, you name it. And for some reason, there is a belief that we need to have these on our everyday roads. The problem with it is they're expensive, and they've been expensive for a while. So just like TVs, we talked about it, they were very expensive when flat screen TVs first came out. And like everything, demand of people wanting something, the price goes down. So when we first started talking about these things, they were like $1 million. We're down to like $200,000 for these things now.
To me, that's still expensive.
Yeah, but if you want something and you want something, somebody will keep on finding a way to make it least expensive. It's like, here's something weird, just on a completely different topic. So I always wondered how walls were bulletproof, okay? Like in buildings and stuff like that. I always thought there was something like really serious to ballistics for a wall to be bulletproof until I watched how they did it. And I'm sure there's lots of ways to accomplish this, but any idea how a wall is bulletproof?
Why do you need a bulletproof wall?
I don't know. I had the opportunity one time to watch them, and a guy in a house wanted a safe room, and he wanted the walls to be bulletproof. And so I thought there was a lot to how that's done. No.
I get the safe. I get the safe room. I get that, the safe room part of it. Other than that, why would you need it? You're on.
Am I on now?
Cameron's mic was
You
turned off
weren't,
again.
but you are now.
So, I thought they were made out of like ballistic material where
So did I. So this relates to cars because I'm sure the way that we think things should be done and why the price of something's very expensive, and how you bring, not to say this is how they would do a car, but how you bring the price down. So my friend was telling me, he was like, hey, we're working on this house and the guy wants a safe room and we're bulletproofing everything. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. It'd be neat to see. So I go see how they're going to bulletproof this safe room. And all the shock and awe was taken completely out of it for me.
What'd they do?
They poured rocks in the wall.
Rocks?
Rocks. Just regular old rocks.
And that made it bulletproof.
Right. Stops the bullet. You start shooting bullets at the wall, and they're just hitting rocks.
well, there's
and the
no
rocks don't
fun
go
in
through the wall.
that.
Yeah, but the rocks are loose.
It doesn't matter. The wall's thick enough. There's enough rocks poured through it. The bullets just hitting the rocks. They're not going through the wall.
Pour concrete in there, that might do it.
No,
Rocks?
they poured rocks.
I would think the bullets would go through the rocks.
There has to be steel bars holding the rocks in.
I mean, just loose rocks in the wall.
They are rocks. They are rocks. They were literally taking like a scooper and pouring rocks into this wall.
There, you want to go buy a bucket of rocks and make your wall?
I mean, I understand the theory. I don't know what ballistic grade I guess that's considered of what
it will stop, you mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was considered at that point. That was at some ballistic grade at some point.
Sure, it'd probably stop a 22, but if you keep going,
No, that would probably. I'm sure that would probably stop a
Missile.
That would stop a 45 or whatever. I'm sure.
Comes out a missile out of nowhere.
So, no, I mean, so I can understand at that point in time when you're building these bulletproof cars and stuff like that. That's how you start bringing the price down. I'm not saying you're going to pour rocks in the door, but I'm just saying, you understand how, there's different grades of things and how you bring the prices down on things.
if it didn't stop it, at least it would slow it down.
Well, I guess.
So something cool.
Rocks in the doors. Who
The
did?
YouTube channel What's Inside family actually went and tested a speed test on a bulletproof Model S, Model 3, and a Model X. It's completely bulletproof. And they even reconfigured the back door where it will still open up automatically. Even though it's bulletproof, it will still open up automatically.
Oh, you talking about the Tesla's design stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, somebody actually sent me, one of our listeners sent me a complete video because bulletproof cars, guys, are becoming popular. I don't know why. I can't tell you why tank cars, and that's what they're calling these things. They're calling them tank cars because they haven't dubbed, I guess, a name for these things yet. But for some reason, people want bulletproof cars with bulletproof windows and tires that can re-air themselves back up. I mean,
Status symbol? Could that be
it could very well be. Once again, this is one of those things that we talked about a while back, and we joked about it because Larry's still sitting over here with a grin on his face because it's funny how every time we talk about something, time passes and then it becomes popular.
I couldn't see it becoming mainstream. When we first brought it up, I said, that ain't going anywhere.
Right, but here we are.
Yeah.
It happens to us a lot on this show.
I'm proven wrong again.
It is. Yeah. Well, I'll give you something else. So we're going to have another flashback because that kind of was a little bit flashback. This is a real flashback. So you ready? Flashback. I love our flashbacks. I make you laugh every time I do that. He starts laughing.
You didn't do any last week.
Yeah, well, you can't do it every week. Then it just takes some of the fun away from it. Do you guys remember when I was... Okay, so last week we talked about, and the week before that, we were talking about potholes. and how people always think I ignore the whole pothole conversation. Okay? What are y'all giggling about? I don't know what's in the room today, guys. I have no idea what's going on. But they're so giggly. You guys can't see them, but they're giggly.
Good thing.
All right. Potholes. I'm going to try this again. Potholes. Do you guys remember the conversation about potholes?
Yeah, it's where you keep your illegal drugs.
I knew there was something. I knew there was a reason
thing.
why you guys were cracking up over something. Potholes.
Talking about the one on Witch Duck with the 6-inch
We're
strip.
talking. Well, okay, we were talking about that, but just potholes in general around the city and how bad they were. Okay, these guys, I'm telling you. Oh. Well, somebody's come up with a new idea of how to get attention for the potholes, but this is a flashback because it's got to be a year and a half or 2 years ago that we were talking. Remember the vigilantes that were going out and just filling the potholes on their own, and the cities were getting mad?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to give you two a minute?
No.
Okay. Oh, it's like working with children. Now people are taking trees and planting trees in the potholes.
No.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are just taking trees and planting trees in the potholes.
Man, the cartels must be very mad.
Not those type of trees, but just regular trees.
That's not going to work.
It was not going to work, but it is getting attention because we're talking about it on the radio today. This is happening.
Where?
It's happening in Texas right this second, and other people are starting to follow suit. They're just grabbing random trees and planting them in the middle of highways and roads in the middle of the night.
How big are these potholes?
They're decent-sized potholes, and people are just grabbing trees and planting trees in the middle of the road. They figure if the city isn't going to fix the potholes, they're going to get attention. So they're just going and taking dirt and trees and just planting trees in the middle of the highways.
Like little baby trees, you mean?
Yeah, but they're pretty decent size. You got to see the pictures of these. I mean, you're going to tear your car up.
The kind that has the burlap.
I'll tell you what,
hull.
Cameron, do me a favor.
Oh, I'm looking. I have to see this.
Cameron's going to post this. Go to our Facebook page and take a look. He's going to post pictures. They're nice sized trees. I mean, they're not really twigs. They're trees, and they're planting trees in these potholes.
And sooner or later, somebody's going to run into it.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to get somebody's attention. They're planting trees, man. They're trees. They're putting them in the potholes.
I mean, I guess that's one way to call attention to the problem.
It definitely.
Well, when are they doing
is.
this in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
They are doing this in New York City also, and this is like the funniest thing I've
They're
ever seen.
they're planting trees in the potholes.
Because you can't go out at 3 PM and pull that off.
No, they're just doing it when no one's paying attention. They're planting trees. They're putting dirt, trees, and everything right in the potholes. I mean, there's pictures of it everywhere. A listener sent me this story, and then I got a media report as well, which came, and it was pictures all over. People plant trees in potholes.
Oh, and why doesn't the city want to go ahead and take care of those things?
Well,
Is it
we
the
had
cost?
the same conversation. Why aren't they taking care of it? He's showing Larry the picture.
No.
They're trees, man.
And the cars are driving
around
around
them. Yeah, it's trees and potholes. This is great. I think it's funny.
Oh, man.
I mean, I feel sorry for you if you accidentally ran into that tree in the middle of the night, but it is funny.
That's going to do more than knock your front end out of alignment.
Oh, absolutely. Here he's.
Oh,
Cameron's just pulling up picture after picture and showing it to Larry. They're trees.
That tree even has little landscape blocks around it.
Yeah. Yes. They're doing. I mean, they're going way out. The good thing about it,
they'll be decorating them for Christmas.
I want like a pear tree or something like that. They'll decorate them for Christmas and everything. I want so if I'm stuck in traffic, I just reach out and just like pull an apple off the tree and eat an apple. I mean, I think it's terrific. I think it's a great idea. Oh, trees. Huh?
I'm sure that they'll put a stop to that. Well, maybe not. Maybe
How are you
not.
going to put a stop to it?
Well, you go when you go out and dig it up and repair the hole.
Well, you got to repair all the holes. If not, they're just going to put another tree in it. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Send me in some messages. Give us a call. Text me. Whatever y'all want to do. I think it's funny. Tell me what you guys think. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about electric cars just a little bit. We talked about it the other day. You guys told me a little bit what you guys think. There's some new news out about it, and we're going to get to it. We'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
Hey guys, Dave Pilach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cottman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cottman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778. Are you ready for a change? Is this the year that you go from a job to a career? Well, ATI can help. Advanced Technology Institute offers degrees and diplomas in the in-demand field with hands-on training of automotive technology, heavy vehicle technology, HVAC commercial refrigeration, maritime welding, and commercial diving. ATI provides accelerated schedules to help students get into their career field fast. So why wait? Day and night classes are available, job placement assistance from orientation to graduation. Go to auto.edu right now to find out more. Or you can call 757-490-1241. That's 490-1241. What are you waiting for? ATI, not just helping build the minds of tomorrow, but building your community every day. ATI is certified by Chev, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia.
Something really cool happened in 1975. And no, it wasn't the beginning of the disco era. Congress passed the Magnuson-Moss Act, so you don't have to take your vehicle back to your dealer to keep your vehicle manufacturer's warranty in effect. Our Napa Auto Care Center uses the proper replacement parts and procedures to keep that warranty valid. Visit our independently owned Napa Auto Care Center today.
Hey guys, you asked for it and I delivered. Check out our all-star team of automotive specialists at NapaBDGHRVA.com. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon.
Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow and Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow and Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated. Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Pilach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. I'm your host, Dave Pilach, hanging out with Rock and Larry Cobb. And, of course, as always, Cameron's doing all of our technical work. He's trying to do a good job over there, keeping everything all posted and keeping you guys all in the loop. So, hey, what can you expect? Sometimes it's really hard around here. You guys should hear some of the things we talk about off the air.
Yeah. Cameron's heading down to St. Paul to plant a tree in that hole down there.
The thing I'm trying to find out is how I'm going to get the tree past TSA.
TSA. Hey, so here's one for you guys. If you guys remember, we were talking about them sliding electric cars and autonomous cars underneath your nose and trying to figure out how you guys are going to react when you realize that they're here and you didn't realize they're here.
Yeah, you talked about that last week.
Yeah, so we were talking about that. So here was one of the things. They did another poll because I think they just like polling people.
Hey, everybody loves polls.
Yeah, so moving on. So the poll was this week that basically young people, as we were talking, we had Napa here and we were talking with them and we kind of polled everybody and talked basically what everybody kind of thought. We asked Caitlin to see what she thought about all the different changes, even with robocars and all that stuff kind of going on. So basically, what is it, 2021 or 2023 is when they say they're going to make all the different changes. Well, if you guys were paying attention to the news this week, you'll see that basically the big three, Ford and Chevy, whether they were the biggest two, but you had all the rest of them kind of weigh in too, that they have Ford has 13 different models set to hit the market, and GM of all different type of electric cars are going to be coming out. And everybody's like, hey, what's the big rush? Well, the big rush is when you see gas pumps, we talked about that, are going to start putting electric charging stations. You're going to see that all the cities are going to jump on board with this. It's going to be huge. Mm-hmm. So with the cities jumping on board and putting charging stations in, and gas pumps putting charging stations in, and now Japan said that they are talking about banning gasoline cars. So now you had, parts of Europe talking about banning them. Now you have Japan's going to ban them, and now you have them polling young people to see what they think about them. And they have over 50% of young people say that they are just waiting for the electric market to jump on board.
Why do they need to ban them? Why don't they just let them die a natural death as the electric cars take over?
Truly, I think that's what's going to happen. I just think I don't think they're going to die a natural death. I think you'll always find gasoline cars around, but that brings you back around to my statement of gas prices are going to eventually fall.
They're going to have to figure out a way to get that to replace the gas tax that you pay at the gas pump now. When you plug in your charge,
they're going to find a way to charge you for it. They just haven't figured out. They're going to find a way to make all that happen. It is.
Replace that. They're not going to let that go.
Oh, I don't know. Did you guys here? I got another story. I'm going to jump ahead because I have another story. Did you guys see about the police officer who is now in trouble for stealing gasoline? So I guess gas prices are too high.
No, I haven't heard about that one.
Oh, there was a police officer that got caught. Gas prices being higher. Harry, Brignac, used his fleet card and he's a police officer, to fill up his own personal vehicle and got caught. You think as a police officer, you would know that at some point you're going to get caught.
Yeah, with all the cameras and all the surveillance apparatus.
He's chief of police. He was chief of police, guys. You would think that you would know.
Talk about setting a poor example, huh?
Right.
Has he still got his job?
They didn't say if he's got his job or if he doesn't have his job. I guess the mayor kind of made a little statement. He's like, hey, we're friends, but the law is the law. That's kind of what his statement was.
We'll take that fleet card away from you.
Look, there's surveillance cameras at pumps. I mean, every gas pump station nowadays has some type of camera system. I mean,
that's true.
And so, of course, they did an audit, and during the audit, it showed, hey, what's this? And lo and behold,
he wasn't buying gas for his buddies too, was he?
I don't think so. I think it looks like it's a one-time event, but still, I mean.
Oh, they caught it on the first offense?
Yeah, it looks like it. That's what they say, I don't know. The investigation's still open. They're not really saying anything about it. They're just saying, yeah, it did happen, and yeah, it was caught on video. And
you have to admit that was a pretty dumb thing to do.
Well, talking about gas prices, sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Be on the look. There's actually a video going around right now where when you're not pumping gas, it is still charging you for the gas coming out.
I saw that. Okay. That happened locally.
It did happen locally.
Over
it was
on Indian River Road.
There was also one in Hampton.
I didn't hear about that one.
And at not a major gas company, not like a store that sells gas. It was at one of the local ones.
So we talked about this. You guys might remember this conversation. We had it months back. Okay. So I discussed this on the air, and we talked about it. There is certain valves that are set up where if the certain gas pumps, if you pull the trigger, it will roll and it will charge you. But there's safety features on the pump where the gas just rolls backwards back down the hose because it's made not to come out of the hose unless it feels a certain pressure from the car.
Well, the video I saw, the guy had it in his hand.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And he's pulling it and the pump's turning away, but there's nothing coming out.
Correct. Exactly. Just like when you put the gas pump into your vehicle and you're trying to get that, what you feel is that last little bit of gas, and you're trying to tap off the gas as you think. You're trying to get as much gas into your car as possible, right? We had this conversation. And you keep on pulling that trigger, and you think that gas is going down into your car, and I'm getting that extra gas. Well, the car can only hold so much gas, okay? So when you think you're putting that extra gas into your vehicle, a lot of times is you keep on pulling the trigger, and you keep on watching it click, 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 more gallons. A lot of times that gas isn't going in your car. It's just going right back down the hose, back into the tank, the storage tank of the gas pump, that is. So you're just letting money click that's never going into your car. It's just going right back down the gas pump, just so you know.
I tend to do that myself, but I see the gas come out.
Well, a lot of times you think the gas is coming out, but sometimes it's not. A lot of times it is going right back down the pump. The majority of it, by the way. You may see a little bit trickle out the end, but the biggest majority is actually really going back down the pump.
Well,
just so you know.
I like even numbers.
Yeah, they should be a...
I know. And here's the thing. A lot of people do too. But just so you know, a lot of times that gas isn't coming out the pump. It's actually going right back down the hose. The majority of it is going back down the hose. And you're paying for what's going back down the hose. Just so you know. Well, keep that in mind.
That's not a good thing.
No, it's not. It's not. But I just want to let you know that that's what's happening to you. We had this conversation. I know it's been months ago. We were talking about this months ago.
Yeah, I remember it vaguely, but I mean, it's popped up in two different places, and I guess it got my attention because it was local.
It did.
Mm-hmm, that's what got my attention.
So you brought up stupidity, all right? Stupidity. I have a really stupid one for you. Did you guys see the video of the gentleman who got pulled over, and he's a legislative. I got part of it, so I can't give you all of it. He's an elected official, Paul Mosley.
No.
I think he's from Arizona. He's one of the. Is he a delegate or something? That he got pulled over for speeding.
And he gave the police officer a hard time?
No. So he gets pulled over, and I'll let you guys do a little research on it. I hate having a little bit half information, but this one came to me right before I looked it up, right before we came on the air. So he gets pulled over going like 97 miles an hour, speeding. But I didn't know, and this is something I didn't know. Apparently, as a representative, you have it's legislative immunity.
I've heard of diplomatic immunity. I've never heard of that.
I never heard of this either. I thought I was versed on a lot of different things, but I never knew you had legislative immunity, which means that he doesn't get a speeding ticket.
Suppose he committed another crime.
I don't know. I guess speeding is one of the ones that he cannot be given a ticket.
Because he was late for a meeting at the State House.
No. He was on his way to go see his wife, ladies and gentlemen. And he gets pulled over, so he doesn't get a ticket because he has legislative immunity. Okay. And then as the police officer's like, well, you need to slow down, have a good day, sir, he begins to brag about how he normally does 120 to 140 on this stretch of road. On I-10 is one of the road he was on.
That immunity hold up?
It's still held up as he's bragging to the officer about how he... Well, I usually go 120 to 140 on this road, and and because my Lexus handles so well. And take a look at it. If you guys haven't seen this video, like I said, I wish I had a little bit more information on it for you guys. I pulled open something that was sent to me right before we came on the air, and I brushed through it real quick, so I do apologize. But it's
Did it say what state this was?
It was in Arizona, is what I pulled from. I wrote down just some notes real quick.
I wonder if all the states. I wonder if Virginia offers that. Are the legislators in Richmond? Are they immune?
I don't know. It was tagged from one of our listeners. Dave, check this out. So I looked at it real quick, and legislative immunity is what it's called.
Well, I've heard of diplomatic immunity, but I've never heard of that one.
That's a new one for me. So if anybody has any good information on that, tag me and let me know. I've never heard of anything like it. But for the fact, you would think that you would say sorry, and be embarrassed and maybe humble. And no. Instead, we chose the other road, which was, hey, I usually go 120, 140. You only caught me going 97. And the police officer in the quick video I was watching, as I was trying to scan through it real quick, was just like, did you really just say? Did you really just tell me that you usually go a lot faster? Like, he's like, it's real ridiculous that you just kind of just said that to me. I'm just gonna have to step away from your vehicle. You have a nice day, because he's just like dumbfounded that that's what he was told.
Then you've heard the phrase bannered about a lot, being above the law.
Right.
Well, then that truly makes him above the law.
Go check it out. I'll see if I can get Cameron to get that one posted up for you guys too. If you guys can't find it on your own, we'll see if we can get it up on the Facebook page. If you guys haven't been there, make sure you go to our Facebook page, Let's Talk Cars Radio. Like the page and check us out. I mean, we always try to post things up there for you guys to check them out all the time. Also, don't forget to go check out a lot of our sponsors. A lot of stuff is posted there for our sponsors too. Go check out our Knapp family. Go check out, all the different people that we're connected with. I mean, there's a lot of different things I post for you guys all the time. You guys can check out Cotman Transmission. You guys can go check out all the different connections there and stuff. I mean, like I said, there's just a lot of things for you guys to go there and check out. I mean, there's no reason not to go check all the different cool things that we post out there for you guys. We do it for you guys. You guys asked for it, and we post it there. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I got some more news for you. We'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA. Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow & Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow & Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated.
Hey guys, Dave Palach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. Are you tired of your everyday job? Looking for something more? You have to go check out ATI at auto.edu. Advanced Technology Institute has a program for you. From accelerated schedules to assistance in helping students get into the career field fast. Guys, I understand how hard it is with the hassle of juggling life, work, kids. That's why ATI provides day and night classes to make things as easy for you to succeed. If you're ready for a change, give them a call today at 757-490-1241. That's 757-490-1241. Make ATI your choice for building today's minds and tomorrow's communities. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia. Talk to you soon.
There's something special about Napa Auto Care Centers. They're backed by the national strength of Napa. Nationwide warranties honored by thousands of locations. You know that's Napa know-how. But more importantly, your Napa Auto Care Center is independently owned and operated by neighborhood professionals who operate by a written code of ethics. Put your vehicle in the hands of ASE certified technicians who will greet you with a smile you can trust. Visit us today.
You heard me say it, and now here's your chance. Now's the time to go find your auto garage. Don't wait until it's too late. Go to NapaBDGHRVA.com and find your all-star car care center today. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, Dave Palach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cotman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cotman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Palach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. I'm your host, Dave Palach. We're hanging out here on a Saturday just talking everything about cars, and sometimes we get off topic. It happens. What can we do?
Happens a lot.
It does. That's what makes it fun, though,
That's
because you just
true.
never know what you're going to get.
You bring up them stories about legislators with immunity. I don't
I don't know.
know.
I'd never heard of it.
That don't sit well with me. I don't like that.
I've never heard of it. It was something that I never heard of. Here's something that probably won't sit well with you because I know that we've talked about this in the past. So this is an older story, but one of the listeners has sent it to me, and I don't know what to make of it. So an HOA that was trying to, and I guess got it made. I think it's been turned over by now. I'm not sure. I tried to dig it up to see if I could find illegal for you to close your garage door during certain hours.
How can that be?
I don't know. So apparently garages just aren't for cars anymore. And this is how this came about. So instead of just well, we know this. We've seen this everywhere here. You just don't store your cars in garages anymore. Now people fill it with junk instead of putting their cars in it. But this came about, so I guess, and we've ran into this in this area. I've seen it all in the news. The reason why they wanted the garage doors to be open during certain hours because people were turning their garages into Airbnbs. So to prove that the garage wasn't being used as an Airbnb, they wanted the garage doors to be open from like 7 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
So suppose you were using a spare bedroom as an Airbnb.
That's basically they wanted to be able to prove that nobody was living in your garage. So they just made a law in their HOA that the garage door had to be open from 7 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. But the people were complaining because like, well, I don't want anybody stealing my stuff for those
Yeah.
who weren't doing anything illegal. So
Yeah, I mean, that's like requiring you to leave your front door open.
there's
Anybody can just walk in, help themselves. Suppose you're at work and you have to leave it open between 9 and 5.
I saw that as a meme this week about the borders. It was one of the memes for borders, like something about the borders, something like that. One of the people with the borders law is like he's just got his front door open and you just go in and eat his food or something like that.
Yeah, well, isn't that true?
I don't know. I don't get into all that stuff.
When people break, oh, my mic wasn't on again. I said that reminds me of when like the meme where they were like, "Hi, are you there? Yeah, I'm just breaking into your house, making a sandwich. You want one?"
Yeah. That's one of my favorite ones. Is like, I don't know why people when they always think that like somebody may be breaking into their house when they walk into their house in the middle of the night in the dark, and they're like, "Is anybody there?" Like the thief's gonna yell out, "Just in the kitchen making a sandwich. Don't mind me."
More stupid stuff.
Yeah, it is. Hey, here's something that's kind of stupid but makes you wish. So just when you thought Volkswagen was like in the clear and we've heard everything we're going to hear about Volkswagen, they're back in the news again.
Uh-oh. What's happened now?
Oh, it looks like that they're under investigation again now for their Tiguan? Is that how you say it? Tiguan? Their SUV with failing seatbelts. So, yeah.
Failing seat belts?
Yeah, apparently they did 2 different crash tests and the seatbelt tore apart during both crash tests.
Made by the same company that did them airbags, huh?
No, I don't know. I'm not going that far, but if you own one,
Where will you put the other $300,000?
keep an eye on
300,000 vehicles.
now. Just the highway safety did crash tests on them, and the seatbelt didn't hold up to their standards, so they are now doing an intensified investigation to check into the seatbelts. So I will have more news for you as it comes out, but just keep your ears open because.
Last thing I heard about Volkswagen, somebody got arrested. It wasn't Volkswagen, though. Was it the CEO of Audi? Was that it? You hear that story?
There's a whole lot of stuff going on. And
Somebody
it's not over there.
high up in one of those companies got arrested because of the Volkswagen emission thing.
They're not done with that yet. And I told you, we've talked about this. I'm not going to beat the horse while it's down because there's a whole. It's just not the end of it. And I told you guys that we were never going to hear the end of that for a while.
You are right. You said that, and you were correct.
I was because, look, so many things collaborate with other things that there's just no way that's. But I'm going to call it to now because I know how this works. At some point in time, you have to pull the plug on that. You have to. You have to stop. There has to be a stopping point where they just pull the plug and they're done with it because it's entwined so much that you have to make a decision of where you're just going to pull the plug and say, okay, this is our stopping point. We're not going to go any further. Because this would go on for 50 years if you didn't. It would just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and you'd never hear the end of it because, like, we haven't.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to make that line in the sand of where they're going to decide to pull the plug. and just let be, and that's it. This is the end of it. This is the end of the fines. We're not going to go any further. Where are we going to draw the line? And they're going to have to make that decision. So I'm going to call that at some point somebody's going to draw that line, because it does affect everything. It affects the economy, whether you guys believe it does or doesn't. It does affect the economy. It affects people's jobs. It affects everything. So the ripple effect goes through every single thing as you all know it. So they have to make a decision where they want that ripple effect to stop. And that decision has to be made now, not later.
And who's going to make that decision?
It's going to be the government. Our government's going to have to make that decision and where they're going to stop. No different than, and I'm not going to get into this because I just don't like to, with the tariffs, okay? They're going to have to make a decision of where that hard line is and where it stops, because the ripple effect is a 20-year ripple effect.
Yeah.
So they have to make a decision where they're going to draw that hard line for that too. And like I said, I'm not going to get into that because I'm not a politician. But for that exact same reason, what Volkswagen is feeling is the same thing on that issue. They're going to have to make this decision where that hard line is, because the decision you make today affects everything 20 years from now. So moving on, we're a car show. Did you like that? It's like, I did that. Are you proud of me? I'm proud of myself. There you go. You know how I feel. I don't do politics because I just don't think it's good. Hey, want to see a cool video?
Oh, who doesn't?
Go look up this video that was sent to me from last week, where they tried to remove the engine of a Jeep Cherokee with a rope in a hill.
They tried to ruin the engine.
Cameron, get on the job. I'll have Cameron post this one as well. They tie a rope to the engine of this Jeep and then send it down a hill very fastly with no driver in it.
Yeah.
And when it gets to the end of the rope, it's made to yank the engine out of the Jeep when the Jeep gets to the end of the hill.
And was that successful?
It was not, but it's a really cool video as the Jeep just kind of twists and flips up in the air when it gets to the end of the rope.
So the engine stayed put.
It did, but it's still a really cool video. So I'll get Cameron to get it up there and post it. It's actually pretty cool, neat video. I think you guys will like it. I enjoyed watching it just for the destruction purposes of it. It's kind of a cool video just to watch physics, and it's neat.
And what did they do? They like push the accelerator to the floor and put it in gear and let it go?
I think they just naturally let it roll. I don't think it's running. I think they just let the natural gravity of the hill go, and it gets going. It's about 60 miles an hour is what it looks like it's going.
Okay, I heard about the story, but I didn't see the video.
Very cool.
I assumed the engine was running.
It may be. I don't know. It's regardless of whether it is or isn't, it's still a pretty cool video. You guys will like it. If you're a gearhead, that's why you're listening to this show, or you're just trying to figure out how to get your car fixed or whatever. All the reasons you guys listen to this show, which is the reasons why we exist, and we love you guys for listening and watching and everything else. It's a cool video.
Doing that won't fix the car.
I don't think it was meant to fix it, which makes it twice as cool. It was pretty neat. And here's one for you guys. So we were going to talk about this last week. I never got around to it. So police are getting pretty fed up very quickly. There's this, it's not a new craze, it's just different twists on crazes. So the whole shutting down intersections, and people are doing, it's called slideshows is actually what it's called now. Mm-hmm. Slideshows is basically people just shutting down intersections and doing wild donuts and drifting in the middle of intersections. And I mean, we're talking, 50 cars to 100 cars will shut down intersections and just start doing donut shows in the middle of interstates, in the middle of intersections. High-priced exotic cars are getting involved in this. And these guys who are doing it, they have money. So if they get caught, they don't care because they have money. They can afford to pay for the ticket. They can afford to get the car unimpounded. All the different, police have had enough. Police around America are starting to band together, and they're just taking every car. That's it. They show up, and you're there, and you're involved. They're just rounding up all the cars and putting all the cars on tow trucks and just confiscating all the cars. That's it. So as much as I'm a gearhead and I love everything of when it comes to cars, there's better ways to make this happen, guys. You might want to be careful, because I just had a video sent to me where there was like 17 cars that were there. They were all confiscated and all put on tow trucks and taken away on tow trucks. So as much as I love being a gearhead and love muscle cars and stuff, guys, we know better. There's better ways to display our cars and be more responsible. And just because there's money involved and you have a $200,000 car or a $50,000 car, whatever it is, there's a more responsible way for us to display our cars. Let's use our heads more wisely. Cameron, you had something. What you got? We got to get ready to roll.
So it's actually, if you really want to go look at it, it's in California and Florida. Supercar Suspects used to go to all of these shows, but I can't talk much anymore. But go check out their YouTube channel if you really want to see what actually is happening.
All right. Hey, it's Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday. Sunday's right around the corner. Turn off your TV. Spend some time with your kids. We're running a little late, so we got to get out of here, and we'll talk to you soon.